notice there's a huge mess behind me? Well, that's because I'm going to college. Yes, so that time is finally coming, and I know a lot of you are wondering what you should bring to college and just like some tips. Like, obviously, you know you're bringing clothes. Obviously, you know you're bringing sheets, a comforter, and a pillow or two. Like, you know those basics. But what are some things that you didn't already know that you should definitely bring? Let's talk about shower stuff. You already know you're bringing shampoo and conditioner, but here's the trick. You should probably bring enough to last your entire first semester or both semesters if you want, so that you don't have to worry about going out and getting more in the middle of your semester or right before a big test. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about those kinds of things during school. Another thing that you should definitely be bringing is medicine. This may sound weird, but there's nothing worse than being so sick with a really bad cold, just different things like that in the middle of class or while you're studying for a test or while you're just out having fun. So you don't want to have to worry about having to go and get that or scraping up money so that you can go and get some cough syrup. So go ahead and bring cough syrup, cough drops, ibuprofen, Tylenol, all of those things that you think you might need if you got sick without having to go to the emergency room. Like, you can't bring antibiotics, obviously, you'd have to go to the doctor for that, but just those like essential medicines that you might need, go ahead and bring them, have them somewhere in your room. You're probably going to need them at some point in the year. Okay, now this next one might seem kind of like, duh, but you know you're going to need books. And I was told at my orientation for my school that it's probably smart to wait until like the first day of class, talk to the teacher, see if you're actually going to use the book, and see like the specific book by the same brand, like everything that you're going to need, so that it's definitely correct. However, I was told by a friend that goes to the same school that that's not true, that you need to go ahead and get the books before your class even starts, because some professors expect you to already have it, so you should email them. And that's how you get all of that information. Don't wait until the first day of class to do it. Email that teacher and then go ahead and get the books before school even starts. Before you move in, just go ahead and get all of them. Order them, go to the school bookstore, just take a little trip. It's fine. You gotta do it. Now let's talk about supplies. In high school, obviously, you mainly took paper notes, and that's not really the case in college. A lot of times you're going to get PowerPoints, and you can get a copy of the PowerPoint to have online, and you'll have notes that way. But there might be some classes that you want to take paper notes in. So go ahead and get a few spiral notebooks or whatever you're comfortable taking notes on, just in case, and, you know, some pens, and be prepared for that. But I feel like you should also have your computer if you plan on taking any notes on your computer, because you're not going to be perfect at first when taking notes on your computer. If that's what you're wanting to do, like, you need to practice it. So don't just change your mind one day and mid-semester decide you're going to start taking notes on your computer, because you're going to miss a lot, probably. So go ahead and have some supplies, but also decide which way you're going to be taking notes and which way is going to be the best for studying. It's not just about like taking notes and getting them done. If you can't study from a computer, you should probably be taking paper notes, or make sure you have access to a printer so you can print off the notes that you've made. Just make sure they're super clear and super easy to study. So I know this is a problem with lots of girls. If you go on a trip and you usually overpack, you're probably going to overpack for your dorm room or your apartment or whatever. So I definitely suffer from this problem, and here's what I've done to try and fix that. So I figured out the dimensions of my room and the amount of space I have in my closet, and I've pretty much sized everything up and made sure that I only have room for that stuff. So I'm not bringing all of my clothes with me. I'm packing seasonally. So when I come home for Thanksgiving or whatever, I'll grab some more clothes and switch them out. And then when I come home for Christmas, I'll probably do more switching out, and it's just going to work like that. Also, my dorm room is really small, so space is limited. I can't have a lot of organizing type things in my room because they're just not going to fit. I have room for my desk, my bed, and my closet, and the little dresser. And that's all that's in there. So probably don't go to the Container Store and get a lot of different organizing things that would obviously be really helpful if they're not going to fit. So go ahead and go online and look at the blueprint and see if there's actually room for you to get all of those types of things. I got a few little dorm trunks that I'm going to slide under my bed for like my extra shampoo and things like that, but that's about it, because I don't have room for anything else. Now, if you do have room for all that other stuff, keep in mind that you don't want an extremely cluttered room. Like, if you have room to put all of this organizing stuff against an entire wall, keep in mind, you're going to have an entire wall full of organizing stuff, and it's going to look really cluttered. Even though it's organizing, you don't want it there, put a chair there, it's fine. So also, just because it fits doesn't mean it's going to look good. So go ahead and have all of that in mind, because the last thing you want is to get there and realize you don't have room for something, or something looks bad there and you don't know what to do now.